Hey, what's up, guys? Dale Valor here from Modern Valor Dating. Listen, I was reading an article on The Verge from an author named Ashley Carmen, and this is so crazy to me, man. This article was just like, I don't even really know what to think about it. So when you guys watch the video, leave us a comment. Let me know your thoughts. I kind of have mixed feelings about it. But what the article was about was this. Tinder will soon be running background checks on potential dates. Okay, so here's the deal. You know, what they're doing is they partnered up with another company that does background checks. And if you want, all they need to have is that person's phone number and or their first and last name. And what they can do is they can run a background check and let you know their criminal history and things like that. And I can see how that's a good thing, but I can also see how that's a bad thing. And so I have a few thoughts on it, and I wanted to share it with you guys. So here we are. We're going to hop into it right now. Let's go. Hey guys, wanted to take this quick time out just to remind you, if you're getting value out of this channel, subscribe to the channel, man. Look, we want to be able to get you this information as rapidly as possible. And I think the best way to do that is if you hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell, leave a thumbs up, man. Drop a comment on what you think about the video or a video that you want us to touch on. You know, give us a topic, throw us a question. We're always happy to do that, okay? And another thing too is, if you know somebody that needs to see this kind of content, this kind of information, share it with them. Let them know that this information is available to them, all right? We're gonna hop back into the video. Let's go. Number one, be authentic. See, here's the deal, man. Look, you know, authenticity or being authentic is kind of a buzzword. You know, just be yourself, you know, and which to a degree is right, but it's about being your best self and being able to communicate your best self, right? And so some people, man, you know, they get on dating apps and they feel like I can get on a dating app and be anybody I want as long as I look the same with no impunity. You know, like there's nothing that's going to happen to me because, you know, I'm just going to link up with this girl, tell her whatever I got to tell her, and then dip out, you know? You really, really need to strive to be yourself. That is going to come back to bite you, all right? Like, listen, I've seen so many examples of where somebody is pretending to be somebody they're not, and it causes a world of problems. Early on, I dealt with that too, you know? So, listen, I'm just keeping it 1 trillion with you right now. Like, I get how you can fall into that trap, okay? But learn from others' mistakes. Be as honest as you can. Now, along with that you have to know your audience. You know, you have to be able to communicate things in a certain way. You don't want to be so blunt about yourself that it just comes across as uncalibrated. You know, you want to be calibrated to the situation, talk about things in a way, in a manner that is in a positive light, and just be real with people, man. I mean, literally, the more fake you are with people, the more that it's just going to come back to bite you in the end. And honestly, man, don't you want people to like you for you and not this masked, propped up version that you're trying to display to people? You know? So authenticity, man, is, even though it's a buzzword and it's cliche, look, you know, sometimes cliches are cliches for a reason. They get said a whole lot and we gloss over it. But the thing is, there's truth to it. And I think it's something that you seriously need to take accountability for in your own life. All right, we're going to go into number 2. Let's get it. Number 2, it won't change that much, especially on the dating apps. Look, you know, well, depending on the app, okay? If it's going to be on Tinder, eventually it's going to be on all of them, most likely. And so here's the deal, man. I really don't think that it will play that big of a factor. If a girl's attracted to you, she's willing to gloss over a lot of things, you know, barring, you know, like, oh, well, you know, I killed all these people, and you know, you got like a super crazy background. I really don't think it'll change all that much. And you know, thing is, it's probably only going to be accessible to people that are premium members that pay money, which most people aren't. You know, so I don't think it'll change all that much. But I do feel like it kind of puts you on the defensive, because I'm kind of a private guy, which is funny and ironic since, you know, I do all this stuff publicly. But the thing is, you know, there's things in my life that I like to keep mine, you know, much like anybody else. Like, I don't want people going through my phone. I don't want people going through my wallet. I don't, you know what I mean? I don't want all that. And so, look, if you tell a girl that you're not willing to give her the information she needs to run a background check, it's going to look like you're hiding something. But use your own discretion. If you're okay with it, fine. If you're not okay with it, fine. Don't do it just because she asks and you're not cool with it. You got to know where your boundaries lie and enforce those boundaries. And if she's not all right with that, too bad. You know, like, move on to the next one. Okay, so that's the thing, man. If you really don't want it to be done, don't do it. Okay, and again, I don't really think it'll change all that much. I don't think it'll change the landscape very much at all. I mean, on some level it will a little bit, but not that crazy. So, all right, we're gonna get to number 3. Let's go. Number 3, your past isn't your present. Look, many people have a sordid past, okay? And it doesn't mean that that's who they are today. Many of the people who watch this channel, they're trying to make lifestyle changes. Maybe you made some mistakes in your past. Everybody has, right? Some of them legal, some of them not. But here's the deal. You know, don't let your past define who you are, especially if you've made a lot of changes in your life for the positive. You know, if a girl's not okay with you because maybe you have a criminal record, but you're past all that, you've moved on from all that, she's not okay with that, kick it with somebody else, man. Don't let that hold you back. Don't let it define you. Don't let it become such a part of who you are that you're never going to outlive it. Just make the right changes that you need to make, move on from it, and let your present and your future be something productive, be something that's special, something that's proactive. You know, I think what you'll find is more times than not, people are forgiving and people will ultimately respect the fact that you made the right changes in your life. Don't let it define you. All right, we're going to get into number 4. Let's get it. Number 4, learn cold approach. All right, here's the deal, man. I am a big advocate of knowing cold approach, okay? Tinder's cool, dating apps are cool, that's all well and good. I endorse it. However, I don't think that it should be your main source of leads, so to speak. Unless you're absolutely killing it on there. If you're absolutely killing it on there, you know, I still think it'd be good to know cold approach. But, you know, if you're doing well, why change it up, you know? But here's the deal. Most guys don't do that well. They do okay at best. Okay? So look, here's the thing. If you don't like the fact that the dating apps are becoming invasive into who you are, your background, all that kind of stuff, then don't do it. Just learn cold approach, how to go talk to any girl, anytime, anywhere, and have it work for you instead of against you. You know, and second to that, one of the reasons I think it's so important to learn a cold approach is because it teaches you how to interact with women. Now, you can get all the matches in the world and get on a bunch of dates, but when you get to those dates, you don't really know what you're doing, and you come across as creepy or weird or uncalibrated or something like that, and then it doesn't really go anywhere. All you're doing is spinning your wheels. You're just going on all these dates, first dates, and not getting second dates and things like that. So I think learning cold approach really helps you get out there and learn how to interact, how to flirt, all those things that ultimately is going to kind of keep the kind of women in your life that you want there. All right, so, all right, we're gonna get into number 5. Let's go. Number 5, reinforce safety. All right, I'm a big advocate of this, and there's a couple of reasons why. One of the reasons is we as men, we don't usually take into account the position that a woman is putting herself in when going out with a guy. Because we are not attracted to people that are bigger, stronger, faster than us, you know? So all the things that she's attracted to are all the same things that could hurt her and jeopardize her safety. So I'm a big advocate of that. You know, if I'm linking up with a girl on Tinder or something like that, and even in cold approach too for that matter, but we'll just say we'll keep it to Tinder. When I'm doing that, you know, I always tell her, I'm like, listen, if you want to tell a friend where you are, that's totally cool. And if you want to give your friend my phone number too, that's totally fine. You know, because I want to make sure that you feel safe. Now, you don't want to be so safe that you're coming across as a pansy or something like that. You want to have a little bit of an edge to you. But you also don't want her to feel like her safety is being threatened, jeopardized, or anything like that. So I'm going to let her know up front, you know, like I endorse that. That's totally okay, you know. It's not going to offend me or hurt my feelings when you have your friend call during the date, you know, to act like, you know, if it's not going well, she could dip out and be like, oh, my friend had an emergency, I've got to go, you know, or something like that. I'm not going to be offended if your friend calls, okay? It's all right. So I let that be known, just so she doesn't feel like she's putting herself in that position. All right, and I think it's really, especially with these background checks, man. If you have something of a sordid past, you know, and she sees that, that could be the determining factor if you let her know, like, listen, you know, you may have saw some stuff on my background check, but I just want to let you know, you know, nothing's going to happen to you. Go ahead and give your friend my number. You know, feel free to have somebody check in on you. That's totally fine, you know. So listen, you know, earlier in the video, we talked about cold approach and why that's so important. You know, whether you're on dating apps or you're not, there's a litany of reasons that make it so important. So what I want you to do is we're linking up a video here on opening, okay? And why coming across with a good opener and talking to girls and starting conversations and things like that is such a good idea. So we go really deep on it and we show you all the things behind it and why it's effective, okay? So what I want you to do is I want you to click on that video and we will see you there.